Hello, my name is Jesper Carstensen of Dimension Software, and I want to welcome you back to the second half of the introduction to Dimension Datamapper. As you can see, we are back in the same step of the task in the same Dimension Datamapper, where we have done the first half of the transformation at the bottom here, and now we're going to do the second half of the transformation. We're going to transform the item group. Incoming here we have a decimal, which is the item group number, and what I want outgoing is the item group name. In order to do that, I need to look up that number in a database. First thing I do is I delete the link, and then I get myself a SQL tool. As you can see, the SQL tool comes up here without inputs, without outputs, and that's because it takes its inputs and outputs from the SQL query, which I'm going to build now. In order to build the query, I double-click the building block here, and it opens the query builder. I'm just going to drag that in so you can see it. This is a general-purpose SQL query generator. It can connect to almost anything. You can see here we have SQL Server, Oracle, Access, and then anything that we have an OLEDB or DBC driver for. In this case, I'm just going to connect to an SQL database, and I'm going to connect to this guy. And as soon as I've connected, I've got access to all the tables in that database. This is the table I'm going to use. And I'm going to select the item group name, and I'm going to select the item group code. The item group code, I don't want that in the output. I just want to use it for the parameters. So I deselect the output on the code, and then I need to specify a criteria because it's the code, the item group code. That's the one that's going to be equal to the data that comes in from the incoming record set. So what I do here is I specify this as a parameter, which I do by preceding the name here with an @ sign. So I say this is going to be a parameter called code. In general, this is a full-blown SQL query generator. You can work with subqueries, joins, the lots. So you can do almost anything, and you can change the query in text and have that reflected in the visual builder. So it's a full-blown query generator. Okay, so now we've got the item. We've got the item group name in the output, and we've got the item group code as a parameter. I click OK. It asks me to enter the code so we can perform the query and see which columns gets out of it. And as you can see here, now we have the code as input, and we have the item group name as output. So all I need to do now is I need to drag this to the output record set, and I need to drag the incoming to the parameter, and that's all there is to that. So now we've done a full-blown a lookup into an SQL database. One more thing I would like to show you is I would like to have line numbers on this output record set. So I just need to add another column here. Say line num, and that's going to be an integer, decimal. Here we go. So we'll have another column here, and in order to put the line number on, I need a special tool, an aggregate tool called. I'll just do that once again so we can see it. Here we go. Aggregate tool called count. The tool doesn't take any input. It just on the first record in the record set, the output here is 1. Next it's 2, and so on and so forth. So I can just drag that up here and put that onto the line number, and now I have got line numbers in my outgoing record sets. Okay, that was all I'm going to show you today. Thank you for watching.